Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. God bless you and thank you so much for joining me today. I want to talk to you because today is a very special day for me. Today is the day that I was born. So today is my birthday. So I wanted to talk to you because yesterday I was thinking about how the enemy even tried from the time I was in my mother's womb to stop me and to block me and to extinguish my life. My mother told me a story about the day when I was born and how she went into the hospital and they were checking my heart rate, and my heart rate was dropping. And so they had to put her in this weird position to get the blood flowing properly and all that type of thing. And then there were like events that happened in my life that were just strange and really shouldn't have happened to a child. And I already told you guys a couple videos back about how I was in a car accident, really how I got hit by a car. I was walking in between two cars and I was 7 years old in the first grade, and this lady hit me. And it really wasn't her fault because I wasn't crossing a crosswalk, and obviously she couldn't see me because I was a little kid and I'm walking in between two cars, but I was walking home by myself and I shouldn't have been. So I ended up flying up into the air from what I was told, because I really don't even remember the impact. I don't remember getting hit. I just remember waking up and being in an ambulance. So anyway, I was told that I flew up into the air and then I fell on the ground and I ended up breaking my leg. Yeah, so that happened to me. But prior to that event, when I was 7 years old, when I was about 3 or 4 years old, I got electrocuted. So my mother was upstairs and she was in the bathtub and it was cold in my house. And so I guess I had seen her plug the cord to the heater into an extension cord before. And I was trying to mimic her and do that so that I could get warm. But when I tried to do that, I don't know what I did, but somehow sparks, I just remember, and I remember just feeling the electricity just coursing through my body. And I ended up with a hole in my left palm. It wasn't like a deep hole, but it was like deep enough. So it burned a hole through my palm. And in addition to that, I could not speak for, I would say maybe about 20 to 30 minutes. I don't exactly remember like exactly how long it was because I was a kid. So I know it was like for a period of time. And I was trying to speak, trying to get my words together, but I guess the electricity or whatever has somehow caused me to not be able to think correctly and get my tongue to say what was in my mind. I was trying to speak, but I could not talk. Yeah, so what ended up happening with that, I'll just tell you the rest of the story, is that my brothers took me upstairs to my mom because, like I said before, she was in the bathtub, and my brothers told her, like, she just got electrocuted. She cannot talk. And some mother was like, just take her outside and let her get some fresh air. So I did. They took me outside, got some fresh air, and I started to talk again. I was able to speak again. Yeah, so anyway, I was sharing this with someone and they made a comment. They said, wow, God was really keeping you um, during those times. And I had never really thought about it like that because these are just events that happened to me. I was not thinking that they were extraordinary events, but when that person responded in that way, that's when I realized that these are not things that happen normally to people, especially to kids. And it's just a track record of how many times the enemy really was trying to come for me. But God protected me and he kept me. And there may be some of you who are out there who also have had some similar experiences where you have just had a very tumultuous childhood. You may have been very accident prone, or things have happened to you that have never happened to anybody else, or even just being rejected, abused, abandoned, rejected, neglected. I don't know if I said that, but all of those things are indicators that there is a big, huge call on your life. and that you are very special to God. You are an absolute miracle. And just because people don't treat you well doesn't mean that you are worthless. You are of great value, and not because of the way that people treat you, but because of what God has said about you. I was listening to this man, his name is Myron Golden, and he was talking about how he saw gold, what it looked like. He saw bronze, and he said they are like the same color. They're both metals. Why is, I think he said bronze or brass. No, not bronze. Brass and gold are the same color. And when he saw them like for the first time, he could not understand why brass was not as valuable as gold is. And then he realized after reading the Bible that those two things are of different value, because God said that gold is valuable, that gold is good. But he did not say that brass is good. So your value does not come from what other people think about you, or even the way that other people have treated you. Your value is set by what God has said about you. And he says that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, that you are the apple of his eye, that you are important to him, that he loves you, he cares about you. You are unique, you are special, and there is no person like you. I just wanted to let you know that God has a great plan for your life. And if you're hearing this video, and if you're hearing this video and you're watching this video, it's because that God has brought you here to give you this message, that he has a great work for you to do. That even though you have been blocked, you have been stopped in the past, delayed, God is catapulting you forward by his spirit, by his grace, by his mercy, by his might, and by his power. Not by anything that you can do. You cannot do it in your strength. You cannot do it in the strength of someone else or because of the support of someone else. But you can do it because God already said that you're going to do it. And you can hold on to his word. You know, one of my favorite scriptures is that many are called and few are chosen. And I might be misquoting it. But the whole point of it is that you can call a lot of people, but you're not going to choose a bunch of people. When you think about an employer who has a position that they want to fill, it could be a very high-paying, prestigious, sought-after position, right? And if that employer advertises that position, a lot of people are going to try to get that position. They're going to send in their resumes. They're going to contact the employer or the office, human resources or whatever. They're going to try to get that job because it is a good job, right? And when all of those contacts come in, those resumes, those calls, emails, texts, whatever, come in to that employer is going to have to sift through all of that information and figure out who they want to come in for the interview, right? So they're going to call a large number of people in for interviews, right? But how many of you know that even though many people are going to be called into the interview, only few are going to be chosen? It could really only be one person, usually, that's going to be chosen. So that person is going to be chosen based on their skills, based on their ability, based on their talent, based on their personality, based on who they are. And I'm telling you right now that you're chosen not only because of your gifts and your talents and your abilities, but God has been watching you, and he sees how you have handled different situations. He sees that you have been a forgiving person, a loving person, trying to help others, even if it meant that it was going to hurt you. So God has been testing you to see how you would handle the gifts and the talent that he has given you, even in the face of adversity. So just think about everything that you have gone through, even up until this point in your life, as just your audition for the position. God was looking for someone to choose, to put in a position that only a very special and specific person could fill. And that person is you. You've gone through the tests, you've gone through the trial, you've demonstrated that you are well able to handle a lot of things and to do them with grace, with kindness, with love in your heart, and with excellence. And even though you might not feel like you're doing things excellently, God judges in a way that man doesn't judge, in a different way. So God judges in a way that man does not judge. So he's always looking at the heart. He's always looking at what your intentions are, your motives are. He's always looking at that, because only he can see deep down inside of each and every one of us and know really why we are doing things the way we are doing them. So I just want you to be encouraged on today that God is not done with you yet. You are still here. He has a great work for you to do, and you have to do it. You are the only person who's fit to do it. If you don't do it, how's it going to get done? I'm not saying that God can't use somebody else. He can. But let him use you. Right? You already been through the trial, the tribulation, the trouble. You've stood the test. Now just do the job and get your reward. Get your pay. Get your wages. You deserve it. So I just wanted to tell you that, to encourage you to just go forth in the mighty name of the Lord Jesus Christ. And I just thank God for every person again who was here. And if this video has found you, it's because you are a miracle. You are an absolute miracle, and you are the candidate for the job. So get the job done. All right, God bless you. Take care. Oh, and if you feel led to sow into my life, I'm going to leave my Cash App if you want to. I'd appreciate it. I just want to say I love you guys. I thank you so much. Take care. God bless you. Bye.